Let's get into it. So, is this topic that we're talking about, future disruption, is it really, really that important? To me, it is the utmost importance. And what I have found to be true about the future of associations, studying it, is my passion. I love. So my question to you is, what does your radar screen look like with your board?
Technology advances is happening faster than ever. Demographic shifts. I'm going to show you a chart here in just a few minutes that I call the rule of 32 and 72. And if you pay attention to it and turn your TV off when you pay attention to it, you have the most amazing 20-year run in your life financially, because there's some real big opportunities coming our way because of demographic shifts and membership. Everybody's wondering, oh my gosh, the baby boomers are retiring. Who's going to take their place? Well, you're going to hear that in a few minutes. Consumer buying habits, competitive reward, the rental community, sharing economy. There's all kinds of ways that the consumer is changing their behavior and how they purchase products that is totally reshaping how companies are going to compete and be advanced. And where's this change happening? The disruption you're seeing in all the marketplace, a lot of places you're seeing a lot of presentations on marketplace disruption. Uber was a tremendous marketplace disruption. It's happening in two areas: operations and consumer buying habits, how you deal with your consumer in commerce. And it happens in three areas. When you're looking at your association, when you're looking at your hotel, you need to ask yourself one question about these three things. Where does friction, anxiety, and stress come out in our business model? When we deal with the customer, what's the highest stress levels? What's the highest anxiety? What's the highest anxiety points and friction? And in the operations side, how easy is it to do business with us? I know people that are still doing paper registration forms. That's not very easy today. So when you look at that, look at your operations and commerce. Uber took all the friction out of the customer experience. And now I want to talk a little bit about the rule of 32 and 72. Everybody needs to shut your TVs off and don't listen. I know the political landscape is a nightmare in front of us. A lot of people are talking about the doomsday economy and stuff. When you have the second largest generation at 72 hitting the prime age to where they're buying medical devices, RV sales, campsites, traveling, unfortunately, hospice and funeral directors, huge industries the next 10 years, next 20 years. They're going to have record numbers of stuff being bought and sold. The rule of 32. I'm going to talk in my inspirational session in a little bit about how Gen Y, you can attract them. But just look at the rule of 32. Millennials just turned 32 years of age. I keep asking everybody, why are we marketing so heavily to millennials? They're 15. With all due respect, they don't have any money to really buy anything. Baby boomers, if you look back, baby boomers didn't join associations in their 20s unless they were forced to by like the bar or somebody that you had to be there. They joined in their 30s. Why? They had the money to join and a little bit of the time to do stuff. So the 32 is the oldest age of the millennials. Guess what the first time home buyer age is now? It's 32. So if you're in anything connected with home buying, 32, you got the largest generation in history with 86 to 100 million, depending on when you stop it. Home buying, we cannot build homes fast enough starting in the next few years.
This has ramifications to so many industries in here, it's not funny. And they're not good for many of them. They really want to go back to the boards and say, does the association and the leadership really understand our consumer, our customers' demands? Because that's what's driving it upstream. But think about if the Taxi Cab Association had 8 years ago, someone had listened and said, you know what, the technology's there. We could own a thing called Uber if we really tried. Do you want your value proposition in your association to be, we're fighting for you, we're fighting city governments, we're spending all your reserves, all your money, fighting for you? Or do you want to be the group that's on the front of collaboration and you're on the front of the technology when that's hitting us, and you actually might develop the disruption, you might lead the disruption? I think this is the key for every association with their leadership and looking out into the future. I think it's imperative that you really look at them and ask them, are we making the right decisions?